Please, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Please hear me. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Please hear me. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Please hear me. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Please. Why is my voice repeating that way? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay, so good evening to you all. You are welcome to this session. Yes. Yeah, good evening. Okay, so good evening to you. You are welcome to this session. Yes. Yeah, good evening. Okay, so good evening to you. You are welcome to this session. Yes. Yeah, good evening. So in today's class, we are going to continue from where we ended, right? So this is going to actually be the what, the last time we are meeting or we are looking at the what C++. All right. So I'm going to be using the Myro in here, okay, so that we can write some few things and then we can catch up and then what follow up. Okay, no problem. No problem. So these are some few things that we'll be going to look at. All right. The last time, the last time we looked at what at the principles of what of C++ for programming. Before we begin, okay, I'd like to say a word of prayer and then we commence. So we are praying in the name of the Father, the name of the Son, and in the name of the Holy Spirit. Father, in the name of Jesus, we are beginning and we are starting our class. We ask you to come to take control over this whole class. May your will be done. Nevertheless, as we will, but oh Lord, may your wisdom, your knowledge, your understanding come and then dawn upon us. We are doing this together with you. Be it done unto us according to your word. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Okay, so the last time, as I said, all right, we looked at the what at the principles of what of C++ programming. All right, and then we learned how to write the whole code like this. We learned how to write the whole C++ code like this. Yes, as you can see, okay, like this. All right, so today what I've decided that we are going to do is simple. We are going to learn what the conditional statement. So in today's class, yes, conditional statement. We are going to also learn strengths. We are going to also learn about loops, and then we are going to also learn about arrays, and we are going to learn about functions and about object-oriented programming. Okay, yes, I was trying to get my whiteboard okay from the Miro, but it seems I haven't signed in. Let me see whether I can try and then sign in so that we we will be able to at least do something on it. I don't know why, but it's not allowing me to use it. Mm-mm-mm. I think I've signed in on this one before. Let me see. Yeah, so a minute, okay. Let us just log in. All right, from here. Yes, I said it, that I've logged in this one before. Okay, so today what we are going to look, I'm coming to show you what we are coming to look at in today's class is you've reached the unlimited editor. Okay, let me use this one. Yes, we were doing some scratches and then some skirmishes on this one. Let me delete them so that we start something new. Okay, so in today's class, okay, as I said, yes. So today we'll be learning what conditional statement. Let me write it this way. I don't know why it is not. Yes, conditional statement. And then we'll look at what? We'll look at loops. Okay, and then we'll look at what? Functions. And then we'll look at what? Object-oriented programming. Yeah, so this is what we are going to be doing today. Yes, we'll be going to do this today. This is too big. Yes, this is too big. So these are what we'll be doing what today. Okay, conditional statements. I'm going to explain everything one by one, step by step. So please pay rapid what attention. Okay, in our last class, all right, we looked at what was compiler, interpreter, variable, data types, and then some few things. Okay, but today, as I said, this is going to be our last class, and I want to make it what practical. Okay, as soon as what possible, so that we won't waste what much time on on this. All right, so please stay with me, bear with me. If you have any question, you can put it in the what in the comment section. I'm going to respond, and I'm going to do it again and again. Okay, if you request for anything. All right, a minute. Okay, so before I start, okay, as I said, I'm going to take them one by one. All right, so please pay rapid attention. Okay, if you don't get anything, please put it in the comment section. I am following the whole thing. All right, I am following the whole thing. All right, so first of all, okay, I'm going to maybe recap last what we did the last time. Okay, last time I mentioned what I mentioned compiler. Okay, I mentioned compiler, which I said what it translate. Okay, it translates what it translates the higher level language. Okay, into machine code. Okay, translate what high level code. Okay, yes, high level code to what to machine code. Right. Uh-huh. Yes. So if I say this, I mean that C++, you are going to write something like this in C++, like Wes. You are going to write like what? Like I want this is blunt. This one blunt. Yes, you're going to write something like this in C++. But the machine code, this particular machine code, okay, this particular language, maybe hello here is going to be what translated or converted into what maybe 0 1 1 and then what and then 0, right? Yeah, so this is what we call what translation of what high level okay language. Okay, the high level language is the English that I've written in here, and then the machine code is what is the same hello in what in binary. Okay, that is what the last time what we looked into. And then we also looked at what? We also looked at variables. If you remember, those who were in the class, if you remember, the last time we learned about what? About variables, where we said it is a what? It is a container, okay, for identifiers, okay? Variable, okay? It is what? It is a space, okay? Space, all right? Space to store data, all right? Or to store value. Space to store value. Okay, yes, without wasting much time, I don't want to waste much of your time in here. Let's look at it again. So I'm going to rewrite the code. All right, I'm going to rewrite the code again, what we wrote. I'm going to explain, pay rapid attention. So I said that word. When you are writing C++ code, okay, there are certain things that you must do. And then there are certain things that you must not miss. You can't miss them. If you miss them, your code is not going to run. Okay, so first of all, this is how we write it. Make sure that what you follow what we are doing. First of all, you write what hashtag. Okay, this is a what pre-processor directive, meaning it is telling us that this particular page, okay, this particular page that we are working on. So we write what we are including. Okay, you write include. All right, s IO stream. Yes, this way. Okay, yeah. So we explain that this particular IO stream, okay, means for input and output stream, which means it is going to allow us to print out the code onto our console, and then the input, okay. I mentioned that the IO, okay, this way, okay, means what? Input, okay. The IO means what? Input, okay, and what? An output, okay. Yes. So this was what I explained the last time, if you quite remember. So the input and then the output. Okay, so the stream, okay, means that what? We can be able to to use our keyboard, right, to key in into the program. And then this one means that we can print something on what? Our console. Okay, so when we come to this, we said this is what? Using namespace std. What does this one mean? We are telling the page that what? We want to avoid what? Duplication, okay, of what? Keywords. I told you that what? Namespace is what? Is a container or is a library for the keywords, for names of variables and etc. So this particular namespace is going to prevent what? Clash of names. Assuming maybe you are using what? Integer, maybe name here. Okay, there is no way you can use what? Integer name again. You can't use it again. Okay, if I write what? Integer name again, see what happens. You see it is underlined. What's underlined it? This particular what? Namespace. Okay, so the namespace is a what? Is a library or it is a container. Okay, that allows that prevents what? Duplication. So this particular namespace what? Library consists of what? Of special keywords such as the what? Function. Okay, function is a special name. All right, function function is a special name that you can't use to name your variables. Okay, and then we also have what? We also have for, right? We also have what? Wow. We also have what? See out. So these words you can't use them to write what variables. All right, these particular keywords are in what? Are in namespace. Okay, so that is what namespace that. Let's go to the next line. We'll write what? Int main. All right, and then we'll put this one here. The last time I explained that what? If you write this particular int main, okay, it has what? A meaning. It means that this particular line that we've written from here to here, okay, is a function. Why is it a function? I said that what? A function has what? Data type. And I'm going to show you data type. A function has a what? Has a name. And a function has a what? Has a body. Okay. And a function also has what? Parentheses. Okay. Function has what? Parentheses. Okay. Parentheses. Okay, and the body with what? With curly brace. Okay, and sometimes the function can have what? Return type. Yes, so I'm going to what? To explain all of what? All of these concepts. Okay, I'm going to what? To explain all of these concepts. Okay, so first of all, let's look at this. Let's look at this. All right, data type. Okay, so let's look at the this is the whole function. All right, so look at this. This particular side is the data type. Okay, and then when you look at what this particular side, this is the name of the function. Right, this is the name. Right, when you look at this, this is the what? The parentheses that we have in here. Okay, this is the what? Is the um this is the what? Is the parentheses we have in here. And when you look at this particular one, this one, and then this one is the curly brace. Okay, this one, that is the body. Okay, so inside this and that, like this one, like this, Okay, this one. We write we write what? We write hello? Nyame adom wɔ nso ɛ. Nyame ase. Wei deɛ mewɔ class mu ma menwie na menhwɛ meyɛ live streaming bi. Meyɛ live streaming. Alright. I'm giving from. Okay. Yes. So you write the what? The functional code. Okay, what you want the function to do in here. Okay. And then because what? This particular function, okay, is a what? Primitive data type. Okay, we are going to get what? A return type, a return right here. I'm going to take it again one by one. Okay, one by one. Pay attention. I said that what when you are actually what writing a function or writing the main function, remember that every function has a data type. Okay, so the data type can be what? It can be integer, it can be double, okay, it can be string, okay, it can be a float, okay, it can be what? It can be character, it can be any of them, it can even be void. You understand? That is the what? Data type. Okay, it tells you the what? The type of data, all right, or the kind of what data that is supposed to what? To be operating within uh that particular frame. You understand? So this is the what? The data type. And then here, the main, every function must have a name. So the name can be what? Can be anything. All right, maybe you want to name your function add. Maybe I want what? Subtract. Okay, I want what? Maybe spark engine. All right, maybe I want what? Anything. All right, so that can be the name. And then at the moment you see what? The bracket. Okay, that tells you that what? It is a function. So anytime you see what? Any code, okay, written something like maybe like this, something like this should tell you it is a function. Why? Because of the what? Of the bracket. You get it? Because of the bracket, it should tell you that what? It is a what? It is a function. Anytime you see that, because of the bracket should tell you that what? It is a function. Okay, so let's move on. So in the bracket, we can write certain things in it. Okay, we can put what? Parameters. Okay, we can put what? Function parameters, maybe variables or anything, but we'll get to that when we go to functions. And then I'm saying that a function should have what? Curly braces, right? So this is where we write what the function is coming to do. So this function is only going to print what? C out, right? It is going to print what? C out, right? And that is what it is going to. So we can write a lot of things inside, okay? Or should be anything the function is going to do should be between the curly braces, right? Okay, and then why this particular return? The reason why we have this return here is that it is because of this particular data type, right? Yes, this particular data type, okay, like int, double, string, float, char, okay, these are what? Primitive data types. If I say primitive data types, I mean that these particular what? Data types are what came with the what? With the programming language, okay? They came with the what? With the programming language. You can't do anything to them. Okay? They actually came with the what? With the programming language, and then you can't do anything to them. So if you are using those particular what? Data types, okay, you have to always what? Return something. You have to always return what? Something in here. Yes. You have to what? To always what? Return something in here. Okay, yes. So in case maybe I change this one because integer. So it means that we are going to return what? An integer. It can be either what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Any of them is even negative 1. Since it is what? Is an integer, right? Yes, it should what? It should return what? Integer. right? If I change this and I make it maybe string, see this, I make this one string, this one won't return what? Zero again. This one should return something like maybe ama. Ama is a string. You get it? So that is the reason why we are having this particular return here. But there is one particular data type. When we use that particular data type, we won't write any return. That is what we call the what? The void. Okay? When I put what? Void here, right? When I put void here, we don't need this again. We don't need this again because this, okay, doesn't return anything. Okay? It doesn't what? Return anything. All right. So, but we'll get to what understand this more when we hop or when we get into what we call the functions. Okay. So this was the what was the basic C++ what program. Okay. So the last time we tried what printing out something. So let's look at this. If I write C out means what? I am what printing to the screen. So let me print to the screen. Okay. So when I write C out and I write what um extraction what operator or the less than anything I write in the what in the quotation mark, anything I write in the quotation mark this way, okay, is going to be printed. So let's see whether this is printed. Let me run this particular program and let's see whether it got printed or it didn't. Oh, okay, my antivirus is blocking this. Okay, let me run this again. Okay, so can you see this? You can see that what I'm having the result here. So anything that you put in the what, anything you put in the what, in the okay, in the double quotes is going to what, anything that you write here is the one going to what show in here. Okay, so you can see that what we have hello world, and then it is the one showing here. If I should move this one, okay, there, I should claim this. I should put it there. Let's see whether this one gets printed. Can you see? Can you see we have the same thing? Yes. So that is also what being printed. So anything that you put in a double quote is going to be printed. All right. So that is enough of what of that. Okay. Yes. And then we also learned what we have one particular um that we have a minute. Let me block this particular thing. Okay. Yes. We also had one particular one that we call the C in. Okay. Where we said that what C in. Oh, sorry. Okay. We said what? C in uses what? Greater than, right? So C in is going to help us what? Accept data. Okay, so assuming we have what? We have a variable called what? Name in here. Okay, this name, we are going to what? Put it in here. Alright. But assuming maybe we are asking that what? Maybe enter your name. Okay, so this particular enter your name in here. Let me claim this like this. So when the person what enters the name, that particular thing the person enters is going to be stored in here. This is what I mean. Let me go to what this particular Myro and let me use this to what to explain for you to see. I don't know why the ink is looking so small. Okay, so assuming that what this is a what is a container, right? This is a what is a container, right? So this is what I've written as a what as a name. Okay, as a name, right? So with this particular user, he's right here. He's the one using the what? The program or the laptop. Okay. So maybe the program is asking him to what? To type his name. Okay. his name. All right. Type his name. So the name that what this guy is going to type into the program, okay, is going to be stored in this particular what container right here. So assuming he types what he types Ama. So right now, Ama is stored in this particular container called what name. So anytime we want to what to get Ama, okay, we have to use name. We don't have to say Ama. We have to use what name to get what Ama. That is what we mean from here. All right. So assuming maybe I have what I have another what variable. Maybe this is what this is A. This is what this is B. Right from here. So if I input what a value into this, all right. Maybe assuming maybe I enter 10. Assuming I enter what 20 from here. Anytime I need 10, I don't have to say 10. I have to say A. Okay, A will give me 10, and then B will give me what? Will give me 20. Okay, so it's the same thing that we have here. Maybe enter your age. Let me say enter your age. Okay, so look at this. Let's do this. Let me type this again. So yes, so let me change this one. Yeah, so look at this. Let me print this. So look at here. You see that it is asking me to type something. So you see, look at what I'm typing, right? But I'm supposed to type only age. So I'm typing what this is. It is an integer. So I'm going to type what a number. I'm going to type 123. So let's look at this. Okay. So I typed what 123, and then it says that what the age I typed was what 123. Yes. Okay, the age I type is what is 123, which means that what we are doing something right. Okay, but anytime I need what 123, I won't say 123. I'm going to use age. So it means that what the age. So it means that I've created what a particular space here, and I've named it age. Okay, and then in this particular age, I have what 123. Okay, in it. So this is a what? As a variable. Okay, this becomes what? A variable, which is what? Holding the what? The number. It holds the what? The value. Okay, so anytime we need the value, we have to use the variable name. That is identifier. Right? Okay, so that is fine. Okay, so that is just what? A basic what? See out, see in, and etc. So now let's go to what? To today's session, what we wanted to do in today's session, right? Yes, let's get into today's session. What we wanted to do in today's session. Today's session, we are going to be learning what conditional statement. Okay, when I say conditional statement, it just simply means that we are going to execute what different code based on decisions, that is what true or false. Okay, example, when I have what a table here, all right, I have a table here this way, I have a table here. Okay, this is 1, this is 0, this is 1, this is 1, right, something like this. And I'm saying that what anytime there is 1 and then what and then 0, here should be 1. Anytime there is not 1 and 0, here should be 0, right? So here becomes true, here becomes false. Okay, I can write a program and I'll say that what? Okay, if the people who are to use this particular program must be what 18 years. So it means that anyone who is what who is older than what than 18 years, okay, cannot use it. So only people who are less than what 18 years, okay. So less than 18 years becomes what true. Greater than 18 years becomes what? Becomes false. Okay. So in the what? In the conditional statement, we are going to what? To execute what? Statement. Okay. Or we are going to what? To execute code based on what? True or false statement. So assuming I have a what? I have an example. I say that, okay, let me take a variable called integer age, and let me say it is 18, right? 18 like this. And I'll say that's what? If, okay, if the age is greater than, okay, or equal to what? 18, like this, okay, yes, then we should say that's what? The person can vote, okay? We can say you can what? You can vote, okay, yes. Assuming that what? We are using a static what? Variable right from here, right here, right? Okay, we are using a variable, a static variable right here. So I'm saying that if the what? If the age is what? Is 18, right? Then we should print what? You can vote. Else, let me see. Else, right? To write this particular else part, and I'll say that what? You can't vote. Okay, you can't vote, right? But just know that this is what is always true, because the age is 18, and I'm saying that greater than or equal to what? 18, which means 18 is what is constant. You have to be 18 to vote. So this is going to run you can vote. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to claim the 18 from here, and I'm going to access that what? C out, enter your age, and I'm going to do C in, and I'll say age. So meaning when the program start, I'm going to ask for the age. Okay, if you enter your age, okay, this particular what? Block of code is going to run. Just know that what we write the if. So this is like a function. Remember I told you that what? Anytime you see a function, okay, comes with what? With a bracket. So this one says what? This is if function. Because of the bracket, it is if function. We have a bracket right here. It is a function. That is what? An if function. Okay, yes. So let's run this particular program and then let's see. Okay, so you can see that it says that enter your age. So let me enter maybe 19. Let me see. Let's enter. Yes, it says I can vote. Okay, let me run it again. And let me run something like 10 years. Let's see what happens. It says I can't vote. Okay, so it means that what? The program is running or it is working, okay, based on what? On two statement. It is either you are true or it is either you are false. That is a what? A condition. So the condition for you to vote is that you must be what? 18 years. If you are less than 18 years, you can't vote. So this particular program works in only two ways. Okay. It is either you are true or you are false. If you are not, that is it. We can also see example. If it rains today, you won't go to school. That means if it doesn't rain, you'll be going to school. Understand? So let's write another program. Okay, pay attention. Let's run another program. Let's write again. If we say if what? If what? If let me say age, okay, is not. Let's say this one is what? Is not equal to what? 18. So pay attention. If what? Age is not equal to what? 18. Let me put this one here. Okay. Yes. All right. What? See out. All right. This. Okay. Now say that what? You can't or you cannot vote. Right. Yes. So if the age is not 18, you cannot vote. Okay. And I'll say that what? Else. So the else part is always going to be the what? The other part or the second part. Okay. Therefore, I'm going to say what? See out. So if here you can't vote, if here you can't vote, it means that then here you should be what? Able to vote. Okay. You can vote like that. Yes. So the program is going to start running from here. When you enter anything in the age, it is going to use whatever that you've entered. okay, from here, like this. Let me show it to you how the program is what is actually running like this. Okay, so before, this is the program, right? Whatever you entered, and then this is the what? This is the if. This is the what? The if side, okay? So the if side also has what? Something like 18. Remember that's what? We said that's what? If it is not equal to 18, so meaning the 18 is a constant in the what? In the if side. So anything that you enter here, assuming you enter what? 19, okay? So this particular 19 will drop here, and then we'll be coming to use to compare, okay? To compare this. So we are going to compare this and that, all right? But the condition says that if it is not equal to 18, so let's check. Is 19 equal to 18? No. Therefore, this particular side won't execute. This one is going to go outside and go and execute the else part. So the if part is always the inner part. Okay, the else part is going to be the outer part. So if the condition here is not true, the inner part won't run. Okay, the control is going to go out to the external part. So this is how it is going to be again. Let me write it again. Pay attention. Okay, I'm going to write it again. Pay rapid attention, like here. So I'm writing it again. I'm saying that if what? If 8 is not equal to what? 18. Yes. So as I'm saying, this particular side here, this side is the what? Is a true part. But the outside, this side, okay, this particular side is the what? Is the false part. So this is the false. Then this is the what? Is the true part. Okay. So assuming what? Age was what? Um, assuming age was what? Was 18. Okay. So here it becomes what? Age, okay, is not equal to 18, but 18 is what? Is equal to what? To 18, which means this particular side is going to run. But if assuming here is age is 19, okay, this side won't run, but the outside is going to run. Okay, that is what is happening in this particular code. If you are seeing from here. So whatever that we enter, okay, so if age is what? Is not equal to what? 18, okay, this is the true part. The true part is from here to here. That is the true part. So the else, okay, the else becomes the what? The false part, okay. So assuming what? Assuming I enter maybe 12. You see, it says what? I cannot vote, okay. But assuming what? I enter 18. It says what? You can vote. Okay. Yes. It is the same way I can write what? A program. Okay. And I can say that's what? Int, okay, a variable here, choose. And I'll say that what? Okay. See out. And I'll say that what? Enter 2. Enter 2. Look at this program. Enter 2. Okay. So in this particular let me put what? Yes, enter 2 here. So in here, I'll put C in the variable name called what? Choose, right here. Okay, yes, right here. So anything that you enter is being stored in here. But I can check whatever that's what you've entered in here by what? By saying that if what? If choose, okay, is equal to 2, we will say that what? Hooray! Okay, we will say hooray. And then we'll go to the else part. We'll say what? Else. We'll say that what? You enter the wrong number. or you didn't enter 2. We'll say that you didn't enter 2. So let's go and run it and let's see what happens. So let me clean this particular one. Okay, let me comment this one. Yes, so let's see. So first of all, I'm going to what? To enter maybe 34. Let's see what happens. It says what? You didn't enter 2. Okay, let me run it again. Let me enter 2. It says hooray. Okay, so you see that what? We are checking, okay? And then it is all based on what? Either true or what? Or false. So this part, the if side is the true, the else part is the what? Is the false. Yes, so that is that for the what? For the if else. Okay. Okay. What if what? We have multiple. Okay. Let's assume that what? Okay, the person didn't enter 2, person entered 3. Okay, therefore we have one that we call else if as well. Okay, so that one looks like this. Look at this. That one looks like this. If, okay, here, then we'll say that word. Else if, okay. And then we come what? We come to the else part. I'm going to explain this. So in here, we are saying that what? Here, we can have what? A condition here, right? Assuming maybe supposed to write what? 18, okay? And then we write 19. This one won't run, okay? It will come to what? This particular side. As we come and check again whether the 18 was here. If it comes and then 18 wasn't also here, it now gets to this particular side, which means all the true didn't run, but the false. So always when you use what? Remember, always when you use what? When you use if, okay? Always when you use what? When you use if. Every time you use what? You use if. Yeah, anytime you use if, you should always what? Use what else. So let's look at this. Okay. Assuming we are dealing with this particular program, let's rewrite it. Okay. I write what? A simple program. I write a simple program. I will say that okay, see out, and I will say that what? Enter 1 to start the game like this. Okay. And then here, let me put what? Int. Let me say this is number. Here, write what? C in number, right? So here I'm going to say that what? If what? Number. I said enter 1, right? To start game. Here I'm going to say if what? Number is equal to 1, right? Game started. Let me say game started. Game has started, right? Or we can also have what? Another one. You can say else if what? Number is equal to 2. We say that what? See out game has exited. And then now we don't want to, or we can go on and add more and more. We can say else if again. Okay. number is equal to 3. We can also print that what cout game has restarted. We can go on and add and add and add and add. At any time you keep on adding, make sure that what the last thing that you are going to end with is the else. You write else, you say that what cout, you entered an invalid number right from here. Okay, so what do we mean from here? This particular program is going to start by taking what a variable. Okay, the variable is going to be stored in what in number. So when the number has the data, so it is going to compare to this particular. If it doesn't find the number, it is going to compare to this particular side. It doesn't find the number, it's going to compare this particular side. If it doesn't find the number, then it means that this is default. It is going to execute by default. Well, that is the last thing. Since it didn't find all in the true, it is going to execute the false side. Okay, so assuming what I enter 5 here. Okay, yeah, so 5 is not equal to 1. So this particular one won't print game has started. And then it will jump to this particular side. It is going to check, is 5 equal to 2? No. It is going to jump to here. Okay, and it's going to say, is 5 equal to 3? No. It is going to jump. So let's see how it is working. Let's see how it is working. Yes, I click on this and I write 5. Let's see. Okay, if I write 5, let's see. It says what? You entered an invalid number. But let me go and enter like 3 and let's see whether the game will restart. Yes, it says what? Game has what? Restarted. Okay, which means that anything that we type in here, it is comparing. So if it compares and then it is true, it is going to run what is inside. So here, it started from here. It didn't get it. It went on to here, didn't get it, and then it went on to this particular side. It was like, hey, I found 3. 3 is equal to 3. Therefore, game has what? Restarted. Okay, so this is what? Is the if statement. Okay, if statement, and then we've done what? Else if. You can use this particular program to do what? A student grading system. Okay, let's do that. Student grading system. Let's write that student grading system. I'm going to say maybe, okay, integer, okay, max. I'm going to say what? Max. So enter max, right? So I'll say what? Cout enter max, right? Yes. So in max, right? So in max. And then here, I want you to say that what? If max, okay, max is what? Greater than or equal to what? 80. I want you to say that what? Cout, that was A. You had an A. You had an A, right? I want you to say again. I want another one. Else if, because I'm not using only 2. Okay. Else if what? Max is what? Greater than or equal to 70. So this is going to be what? 70 to 79, right? Because this is what? 80. All right. So this is going to stop at what? 79. So here I'm going to say that what? You had B. And I'm going to write again. I'm going to say else if what? Max is what? 60. Okay. You had what? A C. I'm going to write again. If what? Max is 50. You had a what? You had a D. Okay. You had a D. And I'm going to end. I'm going to say else. Let me use the else because I don't want anything again. Else, see, you had an F. Right. So anything that what I enter here, I'm going to use the mark to compare this particular side. So we are going to use the right hand side, the left hand side to compare the right hand side. If it is equal, we print what is here. So let's check. Okay, let's see what we'll be getting. I run this, I enter 20. You had an F. Can you see? Okay, let me type 60. You had a C. That is correct. Let me type 80. let's see, 80. You had an A, correct? Okay, let me type 79. You had a B, right? Yes. I know this same program, some people would like to write it this way. If mass is greater than or equal to 80 and to say n max, okay, is less than or equal to what? 200. It should be like this. This is also correct, okay, because you're writing figures from what? 80 to what? 200, right? But this is not the smart way to write the code, but it is not wrong. They'll mark you correct. Everything is correct, but this is not the smart way to write the code, but it is all fine. All right. I know the first side you were confused. I was like, this is 80. I didn't write 70 to 79, but I said 79 NCA. Yes. Okay, so it's the same thing. I can say that word. And sorry. And max should be what? Should be less than, okay, 80. So it is going to be this. So this is going to be what? From 70 to what? 79. This is going to be from 80 to 100. So if I say and max, okay, should be what? Less than what? 70. This is going to go from 60 to what? 69. And then it goes on and on and on. Okay, we learned what? We learned that what the logical operator. Okay, that is the end. Okay, if this is what is true, and then this is what true, meaning what? Everything is true. I know you guys have done what? Logic or digital design or digital electronics, which I think what you come across a table like this where they will say this, the right word 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 0, where it is like this, it is like this. Okay, so here let me use the and, here let me use the or. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here we say that if it is and, okay, here and then what, this side must be what? Must be 1 1. If it's not 1 1, then it's a 0. So here 0 1. So here is 0 0 0. So still here will be 0. We only need 1 1. This is 1. Okay, this is 1. Therefore here becomes 1. Okay, and then here 1 0. Here becomes 0 because we said what? End. Okay, this end should only be 1 1. And here all says that all says that at least one of these particular two things must be 1. Let's see. 0 1. Oh yes, we have 1. So we put 1 here. 0 0. Oh, 0 0, then it is 0. Okay. 1 1. Oh yes, all of them are 1. So therefore here becomes 1 because we need at least 1. And then this is what? 1 0. Oh yes, we have 1. So we put 1 here. Right. So you see what they're all. At least one of them should be. Okay. It is assuming maybe you have money, right? Maybe you have about 5 CD notes and then 10 CD notes. Okay. And I'm saying that what? If you have what? If you have what? 5 CD or 10 CD, then you can buy. Okay, so you see, or 5 CD or 10 CD you can buy. So it is going to what? Be correct. But if I say that what? 5 CD and 10 CD, it means that you have to get the two of them. You have to get the two of them. If I say and, so you see the code here, I said that word and. So it means that the mass that you're having should be okay between what? This and this. It shouldn't be outside of them. It should be from them. But if I say what? Or, if I clean here, this is all. Okay, this is how we write the or. This is all. So if I write what? I write or, it means that, oh, even if it is 70 or it is what it is 80, it is going to run. But if I say end, okay, then it means that the two of them are in motion. All right. So please, yes, I know that as I'm talking, Yes, we can't interact like the way maybe we can do on other platforms. But I would like to see maybe your input, maybe if you are following in the comment section as well, so that I know that what yes, we are really what on track, and then we are getting what we are doing. If you don't understand, put anything in the comment section. I will look at it and then I'll attend to it. If I should repeat, I'm going to repeat for you. Okay, for you to get it clearer. Okay, so I'm taking what a minute, okay, to wait, okay, for your comments, or to see how it is going. If you're understanding what we are doing, let me know. If there is anything that is ambiguous as well, let me know. Okay, however it is going, let me know. If you want me to go over something, just let me know, and then we'll do it again. All right, so it is better late than ever. It is better that you understand it today, okay, than we going and then coming back again. So I'm what actually waiting for your input to know how it is going so far. Okay, yeah, so I'm taking a minute off right now to see how best, okay, or how far it is what it is going with you at your end. Yes, please. I'm waiting for your input in the comment section to really know. We were not seeing the run code. Oh, like seriously, the run code. Okay. Yes, please. I'm waiting for your input in the comment section to really know. We were not seeing the run code. Oh, like seriously, the run code. Okay. Okay. I'm waiting for your input in the comment section to really know. We were not seeing the run. Oh, like seriously, the run. Okay. I'm waiting for your input in the comment section. Yes. So, as I was saying, when I enter maybe 20, okay, it says that what I had an F. But if I run it again, yes. So as I was saying, and if I enter 60, 20, and I enter it, it says that what you had C and F. But if I run it again, and I enter 70, and if I enter 60, it says you had what? You had a B. And I enter it, it says that what? If I run it again, C and I enter 89, it says enter 70. You had what? An A. Yes. But thanks very much for prompting me. I didn't know you were not seeing the run. It was right down there. That was why. It says enter 70. You had what? An A. Yes. So please, yes, I would like to know more from you. Are we following? Are we good together? Okay, so I want what? I want to know from your end whether we are following, we understanding what we are doing in the comment section before we continue. Okay, we have to go and do what we call what? The switch case. Okay, from the switch case, we are going to move to what? To string. From string, we'll be going to what? Move to what? To loops. All right. And then we'll just move on. So I want to know your input, okay, via the what? The comment section. If I should continue, if I should repeat something, if I should restart, just let me know. Just let me know. Yes, as a Bismarck, you can run the same code using switch statement. Okay. Moro said the sound keeps repeating. Okay, the sound keeps repeating. It is because I actually turned on my phone. Okay, I turned on the phone's what I don't know whether because of the what of the phone's what sound, right? Uh-huh. Confirm for me if it is still repeating. I want to know. I've lowered the phone, or was it doing the same from the time I started? So can we continue? Can we continue to the next side? We are going to use switch case to write same codes. Okay, and then you see how interesting or how even what simple the switch case looks like. Can we continue? Okay. So since what? Since we are good. Okay, so Asamoah Bismarck, Asamoah Bismarck is asking a very important question. Let me see if I can get it so that I see the YouTube messages. All right. Um, let me see from here so that whether I can something like this, so that I can see your messages. All right, so that I'll answer to everybody's question. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so Asamoah Bismarck says that what? He says, why should we combine 80 and 100 and assign it to the same variable? Okay, so let me see. 80 and 100. 80 and 100. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that. So let's pay attention. I think it is a very good question. Okay, a very, very, very good question. As I said, if you don't understand anything, please ask me, and I'm going to explain it for you again. So look at this. Asamoah Bismarck. Let me scroll down here. Okay, so this is how the whole thing was working. Bismarck. Look at this. Okay, so I said what? I said if what? If A and then and B, okay, this way, okay, then we will do this. Okay. So someone was asking that why did we what assign it to the same value? Okay, we said that what we said max. If max was what was greater than or equal to what 80, and then we said again, and the same max is what is less than or equal to what 100. Yes, I think this is where his question is actually coming from. Okay, yes. So when writing code, okay, when writing code, remember that we were using what a variable called we're using a variable called what max. Remember, we are using a variable called max, int max. Okay, where we say was c in, okay, max. So anything that we enter into max, okay, so let me write the actual code here. Let me write the actual code. So let me clean this, let me put it right here. Yes, so this is the actual code. Ignore. Okay, so so assuming that what assuming the person enters the max into this particular one. So this is a container, right? A container called max. Okay, yes. So in here, the person is going to enter either maybe 1, 2. Let's say the person entered maybe 70. Okay, 70. So this is what 70, right? This is what this is 70, right? From here. So remember that, so that's now max has what 70. So 70 is inside max. So when max comes here, here is 70, right? So here is going to check. Okay, it's going to say 70 is greater than or equal to 80. This is true. Okay, so here we'll write 1. And we are checking again. We are saying, and if what the same 70 again, okay, 70 is what is less than or equal to what 100. It says yes, 70 is less than is less than 100. Here becomes 1. Therefore, 1, and remember that we said that n should be what should be both true. 1 and 1 is equal to 1. So meaning whatever is inside here will run. So the question is, why did we use max and max? Okay, there is no way we can what we can say that what if max is what greater than or equal to 80 and 100. No, we have to what to use the same variable. That is how we write a program. Remember, your statement in programming, okay, statement in what in programming is like this. Pay attention. We say that what a is equal to maybe 10. Okay, and then we can say a is equal to what to 20. There is no way we can say a is there's no way we can say a is equal to 10 and 20. No. Okay, they should be different. So this particular condition, though it is the same variable, it is having a different condition. The condition says that greater than or equal to 80. Okay, though the same variable, but the condition says less than or equal to 100. So we can't write it this way. We can't say like this. It is going to say, what are we using to compare to 100? We can't say like this. This is not math. Okay, this is not math. Okay, so anytime you're writing a program, make sure that if you are using what? A logical operator, okay, the variable is also is the whatever you are using on the left, okay, can also be on the right. Okay, maybe assuming that maybe you're writing a program. Let me write this particular program. Okay, assuming you're writing a program, the program should what? Take the what? The okay. Assuming this particular I'm writing a program. The program should take the max, and then the program should take the maybe I'll say int let me say senior. Okay, okay, let me say um senior. Okay, let me say string. Okay, string let me say row. Okay, or class. Okay, string maybe your class, your level. Level. Let me say level. Level. So in here, I'm going to say that what if your max is what greater than or equal to, and level, look at this, and level is what is equal to what is equal to 100. Okay, then we will run whatever is in here. So you see that right now I'm using two different variables, right? So that is why what we use what two different things in here. So here, assuming I'm using only max, I can use only max here, and then I can use only what max as well in here. But right now I'm saying that your max should be what if your max is greater than 80 or equal to 80, and your level is level 100, then then you are good. Okay, so therefore this is going to run, right? This is going to run. Asamoah, I hope I hope we are good. I hope we are good. Okay, so Asamoah is saying I should what differentiate. I should differentiate between and or. When should we use it? Okay, so yeah, so let me explain that one too as well. Okay, yes. So the end. Okay, so this is what this is n. Okay, so this is end. This is all. Okay, so with the end. Okay, assuming maybe you want to check whether it depends on you the programmer. Maybe you want to really validate, like this what two-factor authentication or MFA. Okay, maybe the person has what password and pin. Okay, maybe the person has what Ghana card and let's say and voters ID, right? So it is like you want to validate something to make sure somebody has two or three of something. But you say here, okay, here we are going to say that, okay, here, health insurance or Ghana card, it is accepted, right? So this one, it is dependent on you, what you want to do. Okay, assuming maybe let me open what a login page. Let me see whether I can get a login page um like this. Let me like this. Oh, let me show you something. A login page like this. Okay, so here, assuming I'm going to do something like this. Oh, I want a particular a page. Which page can I use to sign up something? okay, which will say sign up. Okay, let me try which page. Let me try Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. Log into Facebook. Let me show you something. So you see this particular thing that you are seeing here, eh? Here says that what? See, it says email or phone number, which means when you provide what? Email, it is going to work. When you provide what? Phone number, it is going to work. You understand? But here it says only password. Okay. So, but some of them will tell you. So here is what? Email or phone number and password. Okay, so you have to put all of the two inside before you can go to the next side. So here they are using what? A conditional state. Here they are using an if in their program. The website Facebook has built, they are using the if condition. The same thing that we are doing, they are using it inside their what? Their website. They are saying that if, okay, email or phone number, okay, then log in. So it's a simple program like this. This is how they wrote it. This is how they wrote it. So they wrote it this way. That what? If email or phone number, okay, then they will say that what? Log in. Okay, so assuming you don't provide phone number and then email, meaning, as I told you that what? All means that at least one should be true. So if you provide email, it's one. Provide phone number is one. Assuming you don't provide email, you will provide your name. Your name is 0. You go and provide your age, 0. So it won't go to login, it will go outside login, right? That is how the whole thing is working. Are we together? Are we together? Someone, I hope we are good. And then we can continue, right? Can we continue? Someone, can we continue? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So let's move on to what? To the next topic, right? The next topic, we are going to look at what? Switch case, okay? Switch statement. We are going to look at what? Switch statement. Okay, let me open the full this one, and then I'm going to clean all of these ones, okay? So that we start the switch. Okay, so when I talk about what? When I talk about switch case, okay, what is switch case or switch? Switch is just what? An alternative to the if statement. Okay, switch is what? Is also a conditional statement. It is just an alternative to the what? To the if statement. Okay, so look at this. Look at this. Look at this. When this particular program I wrote, like if what? If A is equal to what? To 2. Okay, then see out print what? Good or food. Okay, let me write this. Okay, as the same, let me put A is equal to 2 here. Integer A is equal to 2 here. Yes, this particular simple program I've written here, I can write the same program in what? In switch. I'll say that what? Switch. Also write what? Switch, and I'll put what? The A here. Okay, I'll put the A here, and I'll write that what? Case. So I'll say case. So the case becomes the what? The true part, right? The case becomes, so in here, okay, this particular line, okay, is what is in the what? The switch. And then the what? The if, okay, this particular side is one of the what? Of the case. So assuming I have what? I have else if. Else if, it means that I'll be having another case. Okay, let me see. I have what? Case 2. All right. And I'll write whatever I want to write inside. Right. So that is, so you see, it is the same thing. But just that this is what? This is decent. This is also neat than what? Than the E. So let's write the same programs. You're going to use both for if and then switch to write similar programs. Okay. So here, I'm going to write a simple program. Okay. About what? About a menu. Okay. A menu. So let's see. I'm going to write what? Int. Okay. Choose. And I'll say that what? See out. Enter your number of choice. Yes, here. And I'll write what? See out. And I'll put what? A design somewhere here. And I'll say end line. The end line is what? Is a next line, right? And I'll say that was see out here. I'll say that what? 1. So if you enter 1, okay, addition. If you enter 2, subtraction. Enter 3, multiplication. Enter 4, division. Enter 5, you exit. Okay, good. So here, I'll say see in, choose. Okay, yes. So waiting for, or let me say here, see out. Okay, this is what. Let me write. I'm designing the program. Let me say calculator. And then let me say see out. Yes. Enter your choice. So here choose. So I'm going to say that word. If choose is equal to 1, if you enter 1, okay, then you're going to write what? See out. Okay, before, okay, let me ask the person to enter some numbers. Okay, enter, choose. Okay, so here, after you've choose, I want to take some numbers. So I'll say integer first number and second number. Okay, and I want one for result, right? Yes. So here, and then I'm going to say that's what. See out, enter your first number. Okay, and then this way. I'm going to say again, see out, enter the second number, and then here, second number. Right? So here, when you say that if choose is equal to 1, then see out, okay, I said addition. Okay, so I'm going to say here addition, and then I'm going to say that what. Let me put the word addition, and I'll put the word the outcome result. Okay, so here I have to get result in here. When you say result is equal to what? First plus second, right? Because remember that what first is here, second is here, and then we said what? 1 is what? Addition. So we have to add here. So I'll write what here as what? As result. Okay? Yes. And then here I'm going to say else if choose is equal to 2. Okay? Result will be equal to what? Will be first minus second. Right? And then here subtraction is going to be what? Result. And I'm going to go to what? Else if for choose is equal to 3. Okay? Result is going to be multiplication. Let me see. Multiplication. Yes. So we're going to multiply the two numbers, and then we are going to print it. And I'll go to what? Else if for choose is equal to what? 4. We are going to divide. Is it division? Yes, division. And then what? We are going to print the result. And then we go to what? To else. Okay? We are going to go to else. The else, it can be else if, but always remember that what? The last one shouldn't be else if, it should be else. Don't write LC for the last one. It should be else. Else, we are going to say what? Exit, right? Program exit. Or we can say maybe, yes, exit. All right, what? Exit, and then we'll put 0. So this is going to close the program. So let's run and let's see. Run the program. Hopefully this one, you can see my screen. Yes. I hope you can see my screen on this one. Please, can you see my screen on this one? You can see my screen, right? You can see the So let me write. Okay, so first of all, so this is the design of the program. As you can see from here, this is the design of the program. Okay, so when I enter what? 1, let's see. It says what? Now enter the first number. Alright, 12. Second number, right? 12 again. Hey, addition 24. It worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. You can see it worked. Let's run again. Let me do some editing here. Okay, let me do some editing right here on this particular one. I don't want. Yes. Let's go and run it again. So here, let me select subtraction. Alright, 2. So the first number, 24. Second number, I'm going to write maybe 10. Let's see. Hey, it worked. You can see it worked. Yes. Let's try the third one. And then let's see. Third one, and then let's see. Alright, so 3. First number is what? Is 56. Second number is 100. Let's see whether it multiplies. Hey, it worked. It worked also from here. Okay, let's try the last one. Let's try the last one. Fourth one. Okay, let's write 700 divided by the second number is what? Number divided by 2. Oh, I can't see the outcome. Oh, as a more Bismarck, you said you can't see the outcome. I think it is showing down there. I don't know whether it is my screen's resolution or because I think everything should be seen. Okay, so I think okay, I've seen what you're talking about. There is some part of the screen that is not showing. Let me see. Maybe my full screen. Okay, my full screen isn't really showing. Okay, I think this is where the whole thing is coming from. That is why I'm using a 2K screen, but I think this is using um something lesser than 2K. That is why. Oh, and then here too, I don't think I can stop, and then I don't think I can stop because we've already started. Let me see whether it is possible I cannot. I can adjust the display from here. Yes, I'm trying to see whether I can get you the full screen. Okay. Yes, you get the video. Okay. You get the video. So let's go on. Okay, I think we have the screen now. I think we have the screen now. Okay. All right. So here I'm going to start the program again for you to see the actual result. Okay. I'm going to start the program again for you to see the actual result. I'm just hoping this time around you are going to see the down part. Okay. I don't know why it just gets down there. I don't know why it just get down there because let me see. Let me okay. Help check whether you can see because I want to make sure you see what we are doing down there. I've minimized the screen. Still same. Hey, okay, you let's go on. You let's go. Maybe I didn't really configure the whole what's the name setting before we started, but maybe another time I'll do it. But it is working. Okay, it is working. In case you run it at your end, you realize that it is working. The same code, like that it is working. So here, 700 divided by what by 2. Let's see what shows up. Okay, it shows up that what we have 350, which is also what working. Okay, so here it is what it is working. It is totally what working, right? Yes. So this particular same program that we've written, we want to what to go and write the same program. Okay, using the what the switch case. Okay, we want to go and write the same program using the what the switch case. Okay, so let's go here. I would like to what to write what a new file. Okay, let's write a new file. C++. Okay, source file. All right, here I'm using what switch case. Okay, so here I'm going to write the whole program again. Okay, so let's rewrite it. So here, integer what choice. Remember it is integer choice. And then here, C out calculator. Okay, and then here, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and then exit. Let me add up our design here. Okay, let me add another one here. Okay, so here I'll put the what? Enter choice here. Yes, and then C in for the choice. Right. Um so here we won't use if again. Here we will use switch. Right, switch. Okay, so for the switch, you have to put the what? The variable in it, right? So write what? Right, choice. And then here. So we have to write each of the what of the condition, right? Case what? 1. Why are we using 1? Okay. Remember that what we are asking the users to what to enter numbers. So meaning whatever they enter here should be a number. So that number is going to be used to compare the case. Assuming we ask them to enter a character like this. Okay, so assuming maybe they enter A here, then meaning here should be a case A, right? It shouldn't be a number again, right? But because we are asking them to enter numbers integer, so it will be what? Number, right? So here we'll write what? Case 1, and then here remember we have to what? To write the number, okay? And then here integer, first number, second number. And then here, write the second number too as well. Yes. And then we have the what? The result. Okay. Here I didn't put the result here. So here I'll put the what? The result here. Right. So this is for only case 1. And then you can see that okay, they are right what in line. They are right what in line. Okay, this way. Okay, so now let's go to what? Case 2. Okay, so remember that every time you write a case, when you end, you have to write what we call what? Break. Anytime you write what? A case, when you are done, you should write a break. You don't write a break, okay, it will overlap. I'll show it to you how it overlaps. Okay, yes. Said I should navigate down. I should navigate down. I've navigated. Okay, let me see. Okay, so it means that you guys are not seeing the down part of my screen. Okay. Next time I will configure it. All right. So here we have what? We have first case. All right. So let me write what? Second case. Right. All right. Case 2. Case 2. All right. What? Enter the first number. Enter the second number. Okay. And then the result. Okay. That is for subtraction. Right. This is what? This is subtraction. Right from here. And then I'm going to put what? Break as well. And then let's go to what? Third case. Case 3. Okay. We enter the first number. Okay. And then we enter the second number. Okay. And then the result. Multiplication. Then the product. And then we case break. Then we go to what? To the next case. Right. Yes. Let's go to the next case. I'll say case 4. We enter the first number, and then we enter the second number, and then the result division, and then the quotient. That is the quotient, right? And then we break. Let's go to case 5. Case 5 here. Okay, case 5. Remember, case 5 is what? It's exit. Okay, it's exit. If you write case 5, I'm going to write exit. Exit is 0, right? And then we break. So right now we are going to have something that we call what? Default. Okay, default means that I asked you to enter 1 to 5, and you've gone to enter 6 or 10 or something out of what I asked you to enter, meaning it is going to switch to the default. So default is the what? Is the else part of the if statement, right? So we'll go to the default, and I'll say that what? See out, you what? You enter. I'm asking you to enter a valid choice, or you entered an invalid choice, right? So this is what? This is our what? Our switch case. Okay, I always say switch case, break, default. Switch case, you can see that we have what? Switch case, break, and then we have what? Default, right? Yes. So if I should run this particular program, it is going to run like the what? Like the first one. Yes, I want to run the program. Is it the screen is blur? Eh. This is actually running the first file. I want to run the second file. Run this one. Say that the screen is blur. Maybe it may be from the network. But let me try and then see. Maybe it will be from the network. Okay, so this is where we are. All right. One said, Matthew, you said you can't see the screen of the. Okay, from your side, the downwards part. Let me show it to you. I hope you can see. Look at. So I'm going to scroll up again, and I'll show the whole thing to you again and again. Okay. So look at it. I'm going to show it to you, the full screen. Yeah. So um, this is the what? Is the first part. I'm scrolling so you can see what we've written so far. I'm scrolling. Okay. So I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. So this is the what? Is the last part. If you can see, this is the what? The last part of it. And I hope you've seen the full code now. Right. You've seen the full code. Right. Yes. So that is the what. So I'm going to run it. Okay. I've run it, and then this is the what? The interface. Okay. So here, I'm going to click on what? On 1. Let's see. 1. It says I should enter my first number, 345. I'll enter here, 100. Okay. And then I'll click enter. Let me see what showed. 445, which is correct. Okay. Yes, I want to make sure it is showing at your end as well. I want to make sure it is showing at your end. So with this one, I want to make sure it is showing at your end. Yes, so this one showed at your end. So you can see. I just checked and I realized you can see from your end. All right. So let me run again for the second time. And here, I'm going to click 2. Right. And then here, subtraction. I'm going to type here 100. And second number is 50. Let's see. So this is also correct. Giving us 50. So here, okay, the third one, let's try the third one. And then I'll type what? 10. And then here, maybe 91. It is also correct. 910. And then I'll run again the fourth one. Here, 300. Okay, and then here is 2. Remember, it is a division, right? The quotient is 150, which is correct, right? And then the last one is exit. So let me click on 5. You know, the program has ended. Are we together? If we are together, please let me know in the comment section. All right, let me know in the comment section whether you are following, you understand what we are doing, you are paying attention before we move on to the loops. So please, this is the conditional statement. Anytime you are being given a question or writing a program, you should be able to apply this concept that we've done here, this concept that we've studied in here in your program. After here, I'll give some little assignment, okay? And the assignment, we'll review them, we'll look at it. If you go and do it and then you bring it, you should make sure you do it by yourself. What we've learned, you should be able to navigate around and then we'll do it. So please, I want to know from the comment section if you are following, if you understand what we are doing, okay? So if we should continue, let me know in the comment section in 1 minute or 2 minutes. I want to see your feedback. If you don't understand anything, let me know where you don't understand. I will go back and then we will look at it again. Okay. So I'm waiting for your input. Okay, so we should go over once more. Okay, we will do that. Okay, we will go over once more. All right, so let's go over once more. Let's pay attention. Okay, let's pay attention. We'll go over once more. So look at this. I'm going to start with the what? With the if. Since we are going over once more, I'm going to start from the what? From the if. We have the two programs. So here we have our program, okay? And then here we declared what? A variable, okay, called what? Choose. We declared a variable called what? Choose. So in this particular what? Variable, we'll be storing what? A data that we are going to ask the users to what? To enter. So here, this is what? Just writing an output to the program. This is calculator, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and then it goes on and on. And then here we are saying that user should enter a choice of what? These ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then when we go to when the person enters, okay, we pick the input. Okay, so here we are written what? Declared two variables. Okay, we have declared two what? Variables. One is called what? First number. One is called what? Second number. And one is called what? Three variable. One is called result. Meaning, because we are doing addition, subtraction, and division, we will need two or more numbers. But we are using only what? Two numbers. All right. So we are using what? We take one, and then we take what? The second one. And after, we are going to keep the what? The result. It is like this. Let me tell you like this. This is what? One container. I don't know why the pen looks faded. Okay. One container from here. One container from here. Another container from here. This is what? This is first number. First number contains. Second number container. And this is what? This is result. Alright. So this is what we do. We are going to do it this way. If you enter a first number, it is being stored in here. If you enter what? A second number, it is being stored what? In here. Right? And after we've entered them, right now, we want to add them. So this and then this will be what? Will be added or subtracted or multiplied or divided, right? So when they do that, where are you going to keep them? Because it is a container. Okay, you can't go and throw them away. So we have to what? To keep the result into another particular container. In programming, everything should be kept in a container. That is why we have another variable which is holding it, right? Because this is one, this is so we add these two, we have to go and keep it somewhere. We can't go and throw them away because we can't add and then they can't hang also in anywhere. They have to be stored somewhere. That is why we have what? We have 1, we have 2, we have 3. So 1 and 2 as, and then they keep them in 3. 1 and 2 subtracts, we keep them in 3. 1 and 2 multiplies, we keep them in 3. 1 and 2 divide, we keep them in 3. That is why what? You can see this particular one, first number, second number, and third end result. So these are the three containers that I showed to you. So here we ask you to enter the first number and then you entered, second number and then you entered. And I'm saying that if here you chose what? 1 from here, right? Because remember, choose. Remember, choose. Says here, I'm gonna be you. Can I short is the same? So here, if choose, all right, if choose is equal to what? Is equal to 1, right? So here we are going to what? Compare what? This choose equal to what? Equal to 1, right? And then here, well, it is what? It is if you enter 1, meaning what? If you enter 1, right, here, whatever that is being added here is equal to result. All right. So addition, and then you guess what? This particular result right from here. Okay, so I repeat again. Okay, whatever you've chosen here is being stored in the program. Here we are taking your numbers already. Here, remember, here crowd can even come and put this particular one. Okay, the reason why I wrote it this way is that I don't want us to have redundancy in the program, because I can copy this and then I can bring it in here like this, right? And I can bring it also right here. I can bring it right. I think that will make sense, right? But that is going to be what? Redundant. Like I repeated the same code over and over and over and over and over again. But no problem. Let me clean it. I think this one makes a lot of sense than the first one, right? So here you enter the what? You enter what you want. Addition. 1. So here, if 1 is 1, then meaning when it comes here, it is going to ask you enter your first number, second number, and then it is going to add the numbers, because you said what 1 is what addition. So we have to what we have to add here. After we add, we keep the result, and then the result is what is being what this output. And then if you didn't enter 1 and then you enter 2 is what is subtraction, right? 2 is a subtraction. So 2 is equal to what? Subtraction. So here you enter the first number, second number, and then what? We subtract, right? Because we said subtraction, we have to subtract. We go to the third one, multiplication. Enter first number, second number, we multiply from here. Okay, division. First number, second number, we divide. So you see, the only difference is the what? Is the operators. Operators are the what? Are the only different things that we are seeing in there. Okay, and then here, the else part is what we are exiting. Assuming what? You enter 5, you enter 0, you enter 10, you enter 15, you enter any number apart from what? 1 to 5, the program is going to close. Let's see if it is going to work that way. I'm going to run it. So see, I'm going to 1. It says enter the first number, 20. Second number is what? 30. Yeah, so 50 work. You see this? I'm going to run again. Here, I'm going to enter 50. Remember, 50 is not part of 1 to 5. It's going to close the program. See, you can see that's what? Process finished. The program is what? Is closed. Right? Yes. So if I run what? The others, it is going to work. If I say 4, first number is for 67. Second number is what? Is 2. Let me see. Yes, division. Okay, then 33. That is correct. Okay, yes. So let's go and run the second one and let's see. The showcase, the switch case. Let me explain the switch case as well. Okay, so it's the same program. Okay, we have what? The variable here. We have the design also right here. You enter the choice. Okay, so in here, when you enter the choice, I said what? Switch. The bracket. It is a switch. It's a function. It's called switch function, right? So the function takes a parameter. The parameter should be the what? Should be the variable, should be the input, okay, that we are going to use to compare. So whatever that's what they entered here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember that the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be stored in the choice. So when you put it in here, okay, it is going to be used to compare the case. Remember, if it was to be in the if, they want to see the variable name. See here, choose is here. We are comparing it to the 1. But in the switch case, okay, you don't see that. It is automatically comparing, which you don't see. So this choice is going to compare itself to this. It says what? If choice is equal to 1, so case 1, meaning what? If choice is equal to 1, it is going to run all of these, okay, which is what? Enter the first number, second number, add, and then what? And then output. And I told you that what? Use break. Always use break. Okay, don't forget to what? To put break after what? After a case. Okay, to avoid what? Overlapping. I'm going to show you overlapping before we end this particular what? Switch class. All right, and then case 2, which means if the person enters 2, we have to what? Compare it what? To case 2. And I told you that the reason why the cases you are seeing it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is that we are asking the person to what? To enter an integer in the variable that what we are going to put in the switch. If here was what? Was float, meaning the person should what? Enter a float, and then the cases should be float, not integer again. If here was what? Was string, okay, then the what? The person should enter what? A string, and then the case will be a string. Assuming I say maybe this is what? String choice, okay. Therefore, here won't become what? Case 1. It won't work unless what? I make here case maybe ama. So this is a string. So whatever the person enters in the what? In the variable, that is what I'm going to use to what? To compare the case. Okay, yes, I hope what we are getting what I'm trying to explain in here. So it is the same program that we have. And so remember that anytime you write what? A complete case, you are going to what? To break it. Complete case, you are going to break it. Complete case, you are going to what? To break it. Okay, it's the same program we've written in the if side. Okay, and then here we exit the program. Now let me explain to you why I said you should put the what? The what's the name? You should put the what? The break. Look at this. If I should write another program here, but I hope we are together. I hope we are together. I'm going to copy this and then I'll put it right here. And I'm going to claim here. Okay, so look at this. Here I'm going to say that word string day. And then here I'll say that was C out enter day of the week. So here I'll say what? C in day, right? And then here I'm going to say that word switch day. No, switch day. Okay. Let me see this. I missed something. No. Okay, let me see something. Switch like this. Okay, I'm doing some assumption. Okay, the case is Sunday. Okay, today is Sunday. And then we break. And then Monday. Okay. Okay. So let me check this. Why? Okay. 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 Let me see. Tag. Let me see this. So I think the switch cases, okay, they take in what? It says what? Statement. It says statement requires expression of integer type. STD string. Okay. K basic is invalid. Okay. So here, when I okay, let me make here integer. Oh, int day. Okay. Enter day of the week. So in case what? then it means that here is going to change to what? To 1. Okay, so if it is what? The first day, of the week, okay, Sunday, okay, and then here is going to what? Let me assume that there is no break. Okay, so case 1, see out Sunday. I'll say case 2. So you see, I didn't put the what? The break. And I'll say case 3. Like that. So see what happens. See what happens to this particular program. I didn't put any break. I'm going to run this particular program. And children under 12 years. This app is FDA approved. I'm going to click what? Maybe 3. See, I'm clicking 3. 3 should give me what? Tuesday. But see what happens. Okay, Tuesday came. Okay, now I'm going to run it again. I'm going to click on 1. 1 should give me what? Monday. See. Can you see what happened? Can you see it is giving me all of the what? Of the output? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. The reason is that there is no break. So it won't stop. It is going to print all of them. So if I put break, yes, and if I put what? Break, and if I put what? Break in here, when I run the same program again, and I run 3, Tuesday, when I run again, I run 1. Now Sunday, it didn't print Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So that is why the break is what is important to avoid what? Overlapping. Okay. So yes, so this is the what? Is the switch case break default, and then the what? The if statement. Okay. This is the what? Switch case break default, and then the what? The switch statement. I hope we are together. If we are together, if everything is now clear, please let me know in the comment section. All right. So if everything is clear, please let me know in the comment section so that we continue. Or if there is any ambiguity, we look at it again. Okay. Yes. Okay. So we are good, eh? Okay. So the next thing that we'll be going to look at, the loops. All right. But before we look at that, please, I would like to also just go take some break and come. Okay, I have to go and get something to take in, and then I will come back. Okay, so when I come back, all right, yes, I think you are going to receive a notification, and then we will continue from where we've ended. So we've done the if and then the switch. So please, you can you can also practice at your end. So when I come in and I start receive the notification, when you don't receive it, I'm going to send it to Moro, and then to the Telegram channel. All right, you see it, and then we join from there. Okay, so we'll be right back.